missing?
I know, together. I don't know
Oh,
how to do
okay.
it together.
What?
But what the
What the
fuck?
fuck? Okay, there it is. You know what? That's perfect. You know why, guys? We had to hop on. I'm literally not home, obviously. I've been calling myself a 35-year-old teenager on vacation with her parents.
Jet setter Alex.
Yeah, I went super far. I'm in hell on earth, which is Florida.
Our setup is a little different and it's fine.
It's fine. We figured it out. Had to hop on and do a little what the fuck emergency because we are now in one episode of the second season of The Valley, and shit has been hitting the fan on a rotation, obviously, because it's a fan. Um, but it just hasn't stopped
Coming in
since.
hot.
It's coming in hot. We're calling this episode The Valley is on Fire, and it's
Yeah.
for a reason. Not because the
Yeah.
valley can actually go on fire,
Also
but
crossing the lines.
why are you doing a finger mustache?
Lines of cocaine.
Oh, got it.
Get it?
Got it.
Wink, wink, nudge,
Wink,
nudge.
wink.
Say no more.
I can't wink for shit.
Um, yes, this episode was really entertaining. I'm really excited about this season, even though it's going to be really dark, dark, dark. Everyone has something going on. It's crazy.
Nothing is off limits, I feel like.
So much has happened between the seasons. It's just great. Love it.
Yeah, it's insane. So why don't we dive the fuck in because our what the fuck emergencies are not supposed to be as long as our normal ones, which we could do.
We'll see how long this is. One thing I want to point out before we kick it off is that Zach's hair is not like a black chunk on his head
Yeah, but did
anymore.
you see Janet he
A
still called
Lego.
it Lego?
It's perfect. That's what it looks like. But it's so much better. He looks so much better.
Do we think he went to Turkey?
I think he just had someone style his hair for the show
Bless.
based on the feedback from last season.
Obviously, the show just premiered this past week, at the time when this episode comes out. And Entertainment Tonight was doing some interviews with the cast on a carpet. Like, since when are we doing carpets for these? Anyway, that's a whole other thing. But Luke and Kristen were asked about how they feel about LA and LA is their home. And they both hinted that LA is not their forever home. Luke replied that it's their home for the short term. I don't know that I'll ever call it home, but it is where we are for the time being. With Kristen adding, yeah, home is just wherever we are. It's not our permanent home. So this really put kind of like the alarm bells out that Kristen may not be on future seasons of the show.
I don't believe that she will not be on. So here's the thing. They're putting a lot more money into the marketing of the show. You already see it for this season. I think that means they're getting paid a lot more. This season is going to have good content because they wouldn't put so much marketing money behind it if there wasn't good content. I think this is where they make their money. So how are they going to move to Colorado? Maybe they'll live there and then move out for ep like seasons, but I don't know how that will work with their friendships. So,
Yeah, I mean, we do have from season one Luke saying that like Colorado's his home and
yeah.
LA is not really where he wants to be. So I could see that as being a driving force. I think also this could be a ploy that they're using to get paid more to stay.
Yeah,
Because let's face it,
totally.
Kristen is bringing some good drama. And when I say good, I mean she's dropping bombs on people. The fact that Jesse Lally has come back to her in the first episode of the season being like, Kristen was right about almost everything.
Hmm.
Like, and let's face it, look back at Vanderpump Rules. She was right about Sandoval.
Yeah.
She was right about Jax. She was right about a lot of things, you guys. So
And
like,
it's like her show. It started basically because of her.
it's our
So,
show and not yours, is what she should say.
yeah.
And if you don't know where that's from, I'm gonna need you to go check out Trixie and Katya from RuPaul's Drag Race on
Hmm.
YouTube and understand that reference.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's where we're at with Kristen and Luke. Jesse's well, I guess not so new girlfriend, Lacey Nicole will not be on the show. Obviously, we're seeing already Michelle's boyfriend, financial advisor Aaron Nosler,
Hmm.
on the show.
So, Jesse is spiraling a little bit because he thinks that this boyfriend of Michelle's, was the one that she was sleeping with for a year, that Kristen said, fucking boyfriend for a year. So I'm guessing we're gonna find out later in this season that it is the guy that she's been
You
dating
think
all
it's
along.
him?
I do.
I don't think so.
Really?
Yes, because the sole fact that the other part of the fact that Michelle was cheating on him was that it was a film director or producer. And I looked into this guy a bit. He's a financial advisor, and then his other job is he makes white honey.
I saw it like organic honey. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
which I mean, props to you. I love it. Let's do like we love honey, and at least I do. I know you do.
I
Yes.
love honey.
So, I mean, great. And he also does a lot of both of the people they're with do a lot of charity work,
Right?
which I find
Like
so fascinating for two people that seem so shallow.
so shitty. Yeah. They seem so shitty.
Yeah.
Um, Nicole, Jesse's new girlfriend, is like amazing. Like sounds
Yeah.
like a really great person.
So, yeah, so she is the founder of a foundation called Shame to Sparkle, which aims to help people living with trauma and post-traumatic stress disorder. The foundation's mission statement says their goal is to normalize discussion and advocacy for individuals living with these conditions. She is also a mental health advocate and co-chair for COSF, which is a foundation focused on fighting pediatric cancer.
She has PTSD from like her mom or something having diabetes and dealing with like some really terrible things. So she has, I don't know. I just like,
Don't you kind of
honestly,
want
I
to
like
shake her and
people.
save her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's friends with Gretchen Rossi.
Yes.
So I think she'll be on Real Housewives of OC. The only thing is Michelle will like castrate Jesse if he moves to OC.
Yeah, so that was a huge other story that came out, and it came out on the show, is that Jesse brought up the idea of not relocate, well, yes, relocating, but moving down to Orange County because that's where his girlfriend is. And that would also then mean that he wants Isabella, their daughter, to go to school in Newport rather than LA.
Hmm.
Um, Obviously, Michelle doesn't like that. These two I don't think they'll ever see eye to eye. I think even when we watched them crumbling in season one, it was kind of like, we know this is like, how did you guys actually get together in the first place? Kind
Hmm.
of feeling. But I mean, she's already threatening full custody and like kind of going at. I mean, I think that's what we're gonna watch play out is just them throwing the law book at each other over and over again, being like, if you're gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Like, it's
Hmm.
not gonna be copacetic.
He kind of reminds me, and I heard this on another podcast. He reminds me of American Psycho guy.
Oh, yes.
Oh, what's his face? Do you know what?
Bateman.
Yeah, yeah, Jason
Yeah.
Bateman, or
Not
not
Jason
Jason
Bateman.
Bateman.
Jason Bateman seems like a doll.
He's
I
he's
hope
not.
so.
I've heard
Yeah,
he's
I heard
not.
he's actually a dick.
Yeah.
That's not what this podcast is about.
I'm trying to find his name because it's driving me insane.
Bateman.
What? Patrick
Thank
Bateman.
you, Dane. Dane
He's our
always saves
helper.
the day. Dane's gonna join us one day. We already asked, and he verbally agreed.
Yeah, he's going
So
to.
it's happening.
He's shaving his head today, so I'll allow a non-mullet Dane to be on.
Yes.
I'm such a bitch.
You've been wanting
Um,
that mullet gone for a long time.
we're going out to dinner to celebrate it. He doesn't know that's what we're celebrating, but that's what we're
Oh, did you
celebrating.
get a cake? You should order a quick cake that's just like, bye bye, mullet. We move into Jason, which I'm not even a big fan of Janet. I don't really like Janet. I don't know
Janet
why
scares
she's,
me.
yeah, I don't like her. But Jason got called out by Kristen for not wearing his wedding ring. Kristen accuses Jason of cheating on Janet, and her basis for the accusation is that he supposedly wasn't wearing his wedding ring in public, not just one time, but like multiple times. So, on this carpet scenario that these people found themselves in for the premiere of the episode or the season, Jason was talking to Us Weekly, which is such a reliable source. He said it's tough because it's not just a ring off. There's definitely an implication there. When somebody says you take your ring off, it's not like, oh, I forgot it. It's like I'm doing it to try to get girls or something, as if I take it off and then they just flock to me. He then made it clear that there was no basis to the theory and that his and Janet's relationship are rock solid, quoted as saying, I would never do anything ever to jeopardize this lady right here is my wife and our son and the family we have. There is punctuation missing in that quote, but I'm sorry. I just read it as it was typed.
What do you
But
think about their relationship?
I kind of thought they were just kind of like a throw-in couple last season. Like I wasn't real like Janet just seemed like a psycho. I thought maybe
Yeah,
not to sound like not feminist or anything. I thought maybe it was
pregnant.
just like all the yeah, I thought it was just like all the hormones from her being pregnant. But seeing like all the stuff with her and like just really trying to take people down, I'm kind of like not I like drama on these shows, but not that kind.
It feels like she's doing it to stay relevant on the show.
Yeah,
It doesn't feel like there would be a
authentic.
reason to be that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't like her. I
Yeah.
think she's boring, actually.
You use this word all the time, and especially when talking about this kind of stuff, and I think it's the perfect term. It feels very curated.
Hmm. What about Miss America, Nia and Danny? So they are planning, or Nia really wants to have another baby. Danny kind of scares me, seems like a sociopath to me a little bit.
Yeah, again, it's one of those couples where I feel like on the surface you're like, "Oh, I love them.
Yeah,
Like they're so cute. They really love each other." But then it's kind of like how much of this is edited?
real.
Yeah.
Well, and he's an actor, and I mean, Miss America, that's basically you're an actor too. So who know? I don't know. Didn't he want to move somewhere if they had a fourth? Where did they want to move again? I don't have that note. No, but they
I
wanted
don't
to move.
either, but it was like outside of
Wasn't it like Palm Springs or something?
Mhm.
Yeah. And she's like, "No, but I want to have a baby now so that I can like actually work on my body instead of working on my body and then getting pregnant again and then work." It's like, "Girl, just take some Manjaro and just like have a kid if you want."
It's not hard to get it these days, you guys.
It's definitely petty comment of the day.
It's perfect.
I
I
mean,
love it.
that's how everyone does it on TV. So, I mean, who
Yeah, or says
cares?
they don't and then admit it like a year later. It's
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Um, Anywho, Jasmine, good. Like, I kind of don't really understand why she's on the show. There isn't
The
much
friend
like,
ofs, I'm just kind of like,
yeah, I don't
it's
know.
not the same. If they were more friends of like a Jennifer Tilly-esque or Kathy Hilton. I'm not saying it because of who they are. I'm saying if that was the vibe they brought to the table, I may care more. I mean, Nick, I have to say, like, I hope for this season he is able to like really back up Brittany and like be there for her, take care of her because she needs that. I mean, we're obviously going to get into Jackson Brittany stuff, but like she needs that support. And I think her bringing him in as her friend from last season and like I hope that he can like really step up, like continue to step up and really be there for her.
Do we want to dive into Brittany and Jax?
I guess. I mean, it's literally
It's everything.
it's,
Everything's happening.
I feel like they should just change the name of the show at this point. Like the Valley, semicolon, Jackson Brittany tell all. Like that's kind of how it feels.
I don't know. They named the bar Jax's and it failed, so I don't know if
You know, that bar is like down the street from my old apartment when I lived in LA. It's so weird.
that is weird.
It freaks me out when they like do outside shots of it and I'm like, "Oh, I used to walk right past that."
That's really
Um,
funny.
yeah, I don't think I would have gone though.
Yeah, you would.
Probably actually, yeah. True. Okay. So, before the season even started, let's catch everyone up. So, obviously, Jax went on a podcast and revealed that he has a cocaine addiction, which no one is that surprised about.
He's been doing it for 30 years, he said.
Yeah, which is so sad.
I just don't understand how you have money for that, even when you're a wealthy act. Like, I just don't
I
get
mean, I
it.
think it's just where your money ends up going to
It's
continue
so, so
supporting your
sad.
addiction. I think it's anyone who has an addiction that gets to that level. It's like, you make it happen to get the money to do it. But yeah, so Jax went for treatment. He went to a mental health facility and voluntarily went as well during the last summer. And that's also where he was diagnosed with bipolar. While this was all happening, so we're in 2024, Brittany files for divorce August 2024. And they'd already been separated. Obviously, they're also filming kind of simultaneously in tandem with this time. So before this new season is aired, Jax has been coming out and kind of trying to do some damage control and
Hmm.
also like to me seems like fake vulnerability because we know how Jax
Yeah,
can manipulate.
very manipulative. Yeah, I read that on all of his interviews. It feels very like he's not fully taking responsibility, or when he is, it feels like he's acting just to like sway people not to cancel him completely.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the cast has come out being like, we're concerned about Brittany.
Yeah.
Like our alliance, essentially, if we think about this like Survivor, it's with Brittany. And what Jax has been doing in this kind of like panic mode scenario is he's been trying to like going to his co-stars both from Vanderpump Rules, because we also have the addition of like Schwartz, Sheena, and Lala now to the valley, um, with him just kind of like going to all of them and trying to get them to kind of help him in this mix. I think it all, well, I not that I think it all really came to a head when it came out that Jackson Brittany got into this huge fight that he flipped a coffee table and it hit Brittany in the knee. There's also been a lot of outcry about how are we even letting this guy on television if he's
Yeah.
been caused physical harm.
It also made me wonder if they've been covering, because the producers had to have known he was using coke this whole time, and just like everyone just covered it up and hid it. No one, I mean, people have mentioned it here and there, but if that was like a continuous thing, don't you think? I don't know. There are
Well, this
things
is a
like,
thing Bravo has done, though, and
mm-hmm,
the producers have done on multiple different shows. I mean, if we look at the adjacent TV show, Vanderpump Rules, they've covered for James's alcoholism, James's the abuse allegations against him. Same thing with when,
Kim.
yep, and like yeah, with Kim on Beverly Hills, we've seen it with even early Jacks. Like they will protect the ones that they do it. And also we've seen Lisa Vanderpump do the same thing. She's like, if something starts brewing, she's like, nope, can't be. Nope,
Yeah, it's
taken
bad. It's
care
like
of.
enabling someone with a really horrible addiction.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, she
terrible.
recently, as when this episode comes out, has finally kind of changed her tune on James Kennedy.
I saw that. Yeah.
And it's kind of almost like it's too little too late at this point. I mean, when that whole thing came out, I mean, granted, we're not here to talk about that, but she's been a part of all these people's lives.
Yeah, and it ties into just that everything's covered up or
Hmm.
just hidden. Oh, it's really crazy. Throwing a table, even flipping a table in front of someone, even if it doesn't hurt them, is abuse. It's like emotional abuse.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, granted, I know we have, and I know just like reality TV fandom has kind of glorified Teresa Giudice flipping a table.
yeah,
But like if you boil it down, she's still causing physical, like
that's abuse.
it's
Yeah.
it's
It's
not good.
traumatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just it makes me think that there was probably a lot more than that happening
Hmm.
previously than,
Oh,
and
for
maybe even
sure.
to their kid. Like, who knows? I don't know
Yeah,
what
and
was happening.
apparently we don't even know the worst of it yet. Apparently it's going to get way worse. An insider, love that, was quoted as saying whatever fans think they're going to see his Jax's behavior is worse, and most of it is caught on camera and the rest is talked about. A lot of viewers will never forgive him for his behavior, and he knows that.
That's crazy. I bet
Hmm.
there's something with the kid, maybe. I don't
Well, I
know.
mean, it also just came out that Cruz apparently like 6 months ago was diagnosed with autism.
Hmm.
So Brittany, I mean, she's got so much on her plate, and Jax really just like keeps adding to it. So recently as well, Jax came out saying that he and Brittany had slept together since filing for divorce, and she was extremely adamant in the after show that she did not. So he went on the Bravo's Hot Mic podcast with Alex Baskin back in November 2024 and said that Brittany actually asked him, like propositioned him. It was also repeated on the premiere of the show. And Brittany said to Lala that they did hook up once since separating, but once she filed, it was done. She said, like I had a couple of weak moments, but like we did not hook up. We hooked up one time, but that was way before he talked to the Hot Mic
I don't think she needs to
podcast.
justify it. That's pretty normal in breakups. Like,
No,
especially when you're with someone for that long and have a kid with that, like people fall
they're
back
so
in the,
intertwined. Yeah. But I
yeah.
mean, then you have Jax, though. He's doubling down on it in the after show. By the way, the after show is really becoming such a thing you have to watch in order to get the full story of the show. It's just like
Hmm.
Drag Race, where like Untucked, it's like you're only getting half the show if you're only
Yeah.
watching that. So Jax is sitting with Tom Schwartz and Jesse and saying that like it was Brittany who initiated it. He said a few weeks earlier, like they took a cruise to the aquarium and lunch, and after a couple of drinks, she was like, "Hey, maybe we should hook up and see if we still have it." And it's kind of like, and then he's the one who's said, like, I was like, seriously, all the stuff you've been saying about me publicly? No, no, no. I think it made me really upset. Like, you really think Jax of all people, if Brittany actually did that, he was gonna be like, no. He's so narcissistic. Like, there's
It's
no,
so terrible. It kind of makes me feel sad for him because he's so mentally ill. Like he is so broken.
well, you're kind of thinking like now that he's been out of this facility for a while, like,
He only went for 30 days. I'm sorry, but that's not
yeah,
enough.
especially if this is your first time being diagnosed with something, like that's something you need to continue working on.
And 30 years of doing a
Hmm.
drug, having an
Oh, yeah.
addiction, like that's going to take a couple years at least of treatment and continuous treatment. Just, I don't know. It's
Yeah, I
just
don't
30
think
days is not.
yeah. I don't think a reality show is the place where you should be processing.
I think he goes to treatment for part of the season,
Hmm.
right? So he's
Yeah,
like
but then he
off
comes
of,
back.
yeah.
It's like you got to
I
focus on
guess we'll
at that
see
point
what
you got to be like you
happens.
got to focus on you, you know.
And Brittany's been talking, like in a bunch of interviews, saying, hinting at the fact that he's not sober now. So
Yeah, she has been. She's also chalking a lot of it up and saying like Jax is even more controlling now than he was when they were together, saying that like he's still very much focused on what she's doing all the time. How, like, what more is there? Like, it's been so bad.
yeah, I'm really scared to see what happens.
Me too. Brittany also has been accused of oversharing
Hmm.
since they're split. But she says like it's to keep the record straight. So when their son gets older, he can understand like why his parents are no longer together, what his
Hmm.
mom's been through. Like she already is seeing it. Like she's got trauma.
Well, and she doesn't want Jax to have to lead the narrative for her kid to see. Like he will overpower the story. Like he will take over and tell it how he wants it to come off as to his kid. So like she has to kind of be vocal about it. It's pretty gross. It's sad.
It's really sad. And on top of it, the two of them aren't necessarily like healing from this an appropriate manner. I mean, granted, they're stuck on the show together, but like, I always find it so interesting when people have been in these relationships, like very traumatic, very tumultuous relationships, and just like start dating right away. So now we're getting claims that Jax has a new girlfriend. It's apparently this esthetician named Jessica Peckson. They were recently spotted together at a grocery store on the premiere day of season two. An insider shared that Jessica DM'd several of the cast members from Vanderpump Rules offering a free facial. So they think that that's kind of how she maybe got in
Lured
with
him.
him, but they've been spotted out in public several times. Both of her Instagram accounts are private, but someone in the Megaverse was able to get in, and she's described as like your very typical LA girl, clearly wants to make it on TV. Apparently, Jax doesn't follow her, but
Okay.
and apparently he's also been seen out with multiple women. So I'm like, okay, clearly you're really healing, buddy.
The thing where Brittany was talking about how he got so mad at her. Obviously, she was hooking up with his friend, so that's kind of
Mhm.
a different level. But there was a woman's underwear left in the
Yes.
bathroom with like a wet wipe on top of it, which is gross. That's super gross.
What would possess someone, one, to do that,
Leave it
two,
there.
to leave it, and three, obviously Jax left it to like didn't clean it up to like prove a point.
Totally.
It's so passive aggressive.
It
And then just
is.
aggressive aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Brittany like hooked up with Jax's friend
Julian
and
Sensley.
yeah, Julian and Lala also hooked up
Yes.
with Julian. So that's a little bit of drama there.
Yeah.
Um, Although Lala's being very mature about it.
I think we're seeing such a different Lala.
I do too.
I like it.
I love it. She's so supportive.
But yeah, so I guess Lala dated Julian earlier. I guess he's an NBA player.
Hmm.
But like Jax became friends with him because he worked the front door at Sir or Pump, like one of the restaurants. Jax is saying, like, we've been such good friends. He was over my house all the time. And Brittany was like, no, no. They were friendly, but not
But
like they
not
were
good
close.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah. Lala and Brittany were very cute in the after show talking about it because Lala was like, if I had known that
Hmm.
you were gonna like hang out with him, I would have warned you. Like he said, this guy, he
He
should
said
be
his
on the
mom
show
died multiple
multiple times.
times. Like,
He
what?
said, he said his mom died twice. He
Hmm.
said he told Brittany, or the Bravo Leb told Brittany that Julian once claimed that he was supposed to fly to Germany to inherit $40 million from a dying uncle.
Sounds like Jax's friends. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And then like he just lied to her so much. Brittany found out through some girl that apparently he was living with his baby mama, but Jax, Schwartz, and Brittany were all told that he was a single father.
He love bombs. He like
Mhm.
immediately with Lala was saying like he could imagine their kids like playing together and being siblings.
And that's
Like
such a way to get to her is
so
through her kids.
manipulative. It's
Yeah.
so creepy.
It's terrible. And it's just like, oh, good. This is what we have.
It's always creepy when people know like what will lure them in like emotionally and then it really grosses me out. Yeah. So, Lala was only upset because she found out in a weird way that Brittany was hooking up with him. Like they kept it secret for a bit, and that was why she was upset. But when she found out, like she didn't actually care. She was just like hooking up with him. She didn't like want to date him seriously. Um, but it was really sweet because she was like, if you really needed someone that would like prop you up and make you feel hot, like in that moment. So
Yeah. I mean, I
it was
think
sweet.
I think that's what Brittany Reed needs right now, though, too. Like in where she is in the show, as well as in real life, like she needs those people to be like, I got you, I support you. Like in those kinds of relationships where the partner is so manipulative and condescending and narcissistic and like pretty much convincing you like you're fucked. Like you got me, that's it. Like
Yeah, no one else will love you.
no, yeah, and you don't think you have that support outside of it, or like if you try to do something else, like they're gonna go running to your partner and like you're fucked either way. So Brittany's really having to relearn, like, oh, I can actually trust people, and like they're not gonna use this against me later.
And it did, like, we noticed she got some weird plastic surgery
Hmm.
last time, and like it was very clear she was doing that to try to feel better. And I think he was constantly talking about her body
Yeah,
and face,
from
like
the beginning
constantly.
of don't you remember
Yeah.
he paid for her boob job? Like
Yeah. Ew.
it's from the
Ugh.
beginning of the
You're
relationship.
right. It's gonna be a dark but entertaining season.
Oh my God. But honestly, isn't it funny like if you listen to our normal podcast, which I'm assuming you do if you're catching on to this, we were just talking about how like reality TV has just been so shitty and we don't have anything. And it's like the reality TV gods were like, we'll give you the valley now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Take
have
this
so much
mountain
to
of
talk.
drama.
Yes, we're gonna have so much to talk about with this. So it'll get wrapped into actual episodes, but we really wanted to just come on here, get this done because there's some surprising cool things coming your way of what we've been doing, and we can't wait to share with you guys what that is.
Yes.
I don't know what
Thanks
else
for
to say.
joining us.
Yeah,
What
thanks.
the fuck?
Yeah, hope you didn't suffer too much whiplash. Goodbye.
Bye.